Hey everyone, Namaste. Welcome back to Curries to Cakes. Today we are going to make this amazing Hokkaido milk bread. This is a Japanese milk bread and we'll be making an eggless version of this. So you can have this for your breakfast. You can use this bread as your sandwich bread. You can make many variations out of this bread, like you can add stuffings to this and bake it. You can add raisins, tutti frutti, or any other dry fruit and make it a sweet bread. And this bread is slightly on the sweeter side as it has so much of milk and milk powder. And yeah, it's very delicious. You can just have it like that without any stuffing or toppings. So without any further ado, let's begin with the recipe. First, we'll activate the yeast. So for this, you need to take some lukewarm milk, 40 ml. Into this, add 40 grams of sugar, and onto this, sprinkle 5 grams of yeast. Now mix this well. You need to mix it properly until everything dissolves. Yeah, I didn't mix it properly because this is instant yeast, but I'm just showing you how to activate the yeast if you're using active dry yeast. Instant yeast you don't need to activate, so you can skip this step. Now cover this and leave it aside for about 10 to 15 minutes for it to activate. It's always recommended to check your yeast first by doing this process, even though if you're using instant yeast, so that you'll get to know if the yeast is working or not. You'll see a proper foam on top, and that's when you'll know that the yeast is activated. Now keep this aside. Into a bowl of 300 grams of maida, add 20 grams of milk powder, add 30 grams of unsalted butter. Chop the butter into smaller chunks so that it incorporates properly. Now add in the yeast mixture. Now use cold milk. This is 150 ml of cold milk. Add the milk gradually and mix it well to form a dough. So for this recipe, I'm using a hand blender. You can also use a dough kneader or a KitchenAid. I don't have either. I just have a hand blender, so I'm using it with the hook attachment. Mix it on low speed, and when it forms a dough, keep kneading the dough on medium, high or high speed. You can also knead this with your hands. It is always better to knead your bread dough with your hands so that you get to know the temperature and the moisture content of your dough. But today I'm just feeling a bit lazy, so I'm using this hand blender to knead it. And it can also save you a lot of time and a lot of energy as well. If you want to knead it by hand, then that is well and good, please go ahead. And also this dough is slightly a sticky dough, so it will take a little longer time to perfectly knead it. And I don't want to lie to you that it will be sticky and you would feel that it's a mess or something, but the outcome is worth it, guys. So please be patient and keep kneading the dough. So to check for doneness, you need to perform the window pane test. For this, take a small piece of dough and do the window pane test. Gently stretch the dough as shown in the video. If the dough is stretching properly without tearing, then it's perfectly kneaded. Since the dough is tearing, I'm kneading it further. So keep kneading. If you need to scrape the bowl, you can do that with a spatula. Now perform the window pane test again. Cut a small piece of dough and do this test. This is also called a windscreen test. Now gently stretch the dough as shown in the video. Yeah, it's well kneaded, it's not tearing. Now add 4 grams of salt into this and knead this for a minute so that the salt incorporates into the dough. Salt you need to add at the last for this recipe because it inhibits the gluten formation. Now transfer the dough onto your work surface and form a smooth ball. So you can tuck in the dough like this as shown upwards. Now pinch the dough to seal it so that it doesn't open when it's proving. Make it smooth. You can also tuck in the dough underneath like this. Whichever is easy for you, do that process. Do not drag the dough. Gently tuck in the dough. Now pinch the dough to seal it. Gently pull the dough like this to make it smooth. Now transfer this dough into a greased bowl. I have greased the bowl with 1 to 2 teaspoons of oil. Now apply some oil all over the dough so that it doesn't dry out while proving. Cover the bowl with a cling wrap or a kitchen towel. Now allow it to prove for about an hour or until it doubles in size. Once done, keep this aside. Now grease the baking tin in which you will be baking the bread with some butter. Use unsalted butter. Always use unsalted butter for baking so that you can have control over the salt. Once the baking tin is well greased, keep it aside. Look at the dough, it's well proofed. Now transfer the dough onto your work surface. Degas the dough by punching it, and now finger the dough to remove all the excess gas. Gently knead it to make it smooth. Do not over knead it. Now you can shape the dough as desired, or you can follow how I'm making it. So shape the dough into a log like this. Now grab your kitchen scale because we need to divide the dough into equal parts. So for now, use a bench scraper and just divide the dough into 3 parts, and we'll weigh this out. Now weigh all the 3 parts together. So it's around 552 grams. So I need 3 equal parts. So 552 divided by 3 is 184 grams. So make 184 equal parts. You can shape this into anything. I have already made this bread before. Like I just shaped it into a log and proofed it in the baking tin and just baked it like that, as you can see in the picture above. But today I'm making it like this, like dividing it into 3 parts and then baking it. Yep, perfect. 184 grams of each dough. Now make smooth balls with all these chunks of dough. So you need to tuck in, then pinch the dough and seal it, and then gently pull the dough onto the surface so that you can make it a smooth ball. So repeat the same process for all the 3 parts of the dough. Now gently place the dough in the baking tin. Now use some milk to milk wash the dough so that they doesn't dry out while proving, and also while baking, this milk caramelizes and gives a perfect color. Now cover this with a cling wrap. Ensure that the cling wrap is not tight. Cover it loosely and allow it to prove for about 30 minutes in the baking tin itself. Now gently remove the cling wrap and apply a thin coat of milk wash again. Now this coat will caramelize while baking and will give you a perfect and even brown color all over. Now bake this for about 25 to 30 minutes in a preheated oven at 170 degrees centigrade. Once the timer is done, remove the bread from the oven and brush it with some melted butter for that extra shine, and this butter will also keep the crust soft. You can check other bread videos on this channel so that you can get a clear idea. I have kneaded with my hand in those videos. I'll leave the links below in the description box, so do check them out. And one of my friends from ITC Windsor is a chef from bakery. He's Milind. He has done a bread video for me on this channel, so you can check on that video too. He makes breads amazingly. He is called Breadman, so do check that video, guys. Now cover this and leave it aside for about 5 minutes to cool it down a bit. Once done, remove the cling wrap and gently demold the bread. Now you can place this on a wire rack or a cooling rack for it to cool down to room temperature. Once it's nicely cooled down to room temperature, you can slice it. So to slice it perfectly, flip the bread sideways and gently slice it using a serrated bread knife. Like this, you'll get perfect slices. If you like this video and if you're new to this channel, then please consider subscribing and hit the bell icon beside so that you don't miss a video from me. Also, don't forget to check the description box below for the list of ingredients and other suggestions. Now look at the bread, it's perfectly baked. So that's it for today. Do make this and enjoy. You can do many variations out of this bread while baking, or you can stuff anything with this bread and have it. You can have it as a sandwich, or you can just dip it in milk and have it. It just tastes good. So do make this at home and share your experience in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching.